We have 250 refugees, for example, that's celebrating. They escaped war, they came to Greece, woo! Let's party! And they party the way they know, which is to light huge fires.
One of the biggest concerns with flying a drone is drone law and insurance, making sure people are safe. From what I gather, here in Athens, in Greece, as long as your drone weighs less than 7 kilograms, or around 14 pounds, you don't need any special permissions or anything like that. The drone I'm using, the GoPro Karma, it's been really great to me. They've had their problems in their past, but it's doing a really good job. It's beautiful, the controls. It's one of my favorite drones, actually. And it's very light, so I don't need any special provisions. But I will say, just being in that park, actually, let's go this way. If there were people just behind me injecting drugs into their arms, and there's cops standing right there about, I don't know, 50 feet away. If the cops don't care about the dude shooting up, I don't think they're gonna care about me flying my toy camera. We've already seen a ton of businesses that don't take credit or debit. And it's usually, I mean, most places I've been to, they do. Brazil, Thailand, the rest of Europe. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the fact that the economic crisis is bad and people are worried about not being able to access their cash at some point. So, I don't know. I'll just say there's a lot of businesses that have said no, and we've even seen ATMs that get sealed up at night. I don't know if you can see it, but on the register, there's a credit card machine with a line through it. This is the third restaurant we've gone to. They do not accept credit or debit, cash only. Now, I know there are places all over the world, even in the United States, in New York, that don't take credit cards. It's just, you don't really see them that much anymore. But most of the places we're going to for food, like this is just a couple blocks we're looking to get lunch, they do not take credit cards. In the central area, by the touristy shops, they all do. So I think the smaller businesses might not be able to afford it. It's also, there's a processing fee and all that stuff, that could be a factor as well. We are heading to Syntagma Square. This is where the Parliament building is. It's the site of a lot of the big riots that happened over the past several years. Anything else interesting about it?
That's where the big protests were when the financial crisis happened.
Cool.
I mean, that's where the general big protests happened against the government.
All right, go check it out. We just sat down with some skateboarders. What was your name, dude?
Dimitris.
What was it?
Dimitris.
Tim. Nice to meet you. Do you have a job?
No, I'm unemployed currently. Just projects here and there, like I can... well, I have some kind of welfare money, so what I live off. What I've been doing is just doing photo shoots or actual photography about anything, and like working in bars, stuff like that.
Have you been trying to find a steady job?
Yeah, whatever job I found, I thought it was a steady job, but it isn't. No job is a steady job. Even those who have a steady job, like they're not sure if it is.
As someone who lives in Greece, why is the economy bad? Why are jobs hard to find? What's happening?
why is the economy bad?
The salaries, bro.
Salaries are bad.
Everything is getting expensive. All this is caused by this union we participate. So some countries lend money to Greece, actually to some people that represented Greece, and one of them is the president of the National Bank of Greece. So what he does is gets a deal from all these countries, takes this money for the crisis, and this money goes to the banks to save all the banks. Also, mostly foreign banks, but also Greek banks that are involved somehow. And now the European Union says, well, we lended you all this money, you took it, and like, I don't know what they say, you know, any kind of propaganda. Like, you drink too much coffee, blah blah blah, you don't work, bullshit stuff. So now you have to take all these measures, so the prices go higher, and the salary per hour is getting lower, and you cannot have there are contracts now that are different and goes with the hours. So now that if you're getting paid by the hour, you're getting minimal money. If you're getting paid from a big company by the month, maybe you're getting a better salary, but also your tax is higher.
The big problem was parties, man. In Greece, they
parties now. For example, the
Political parties.
political parties still owe tons shit of money. They had a loan to survive, you know, to throw the campaign and everything. Like, if I have a loan to the bank, I'd go to jail, but they owe millions and millions that took off of our tax money, but they don't have to pay back.
You go to jail if you don't pay back your loans?
Of course, they take you out of your house, even if it's your primary house.
What do you mean, man? One day, it was 9 o'clock in the morning, my university is over there, and I was going for my course, and somebody suicide under the tree there.
Wow. Why? Do you know why?
Because he has
Never
no
heard
money
of
to
that.
pay the taxes and stuff. I don't think it's too bad. It's okay. It's still okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For who?
But
You still can do some things here.
July.
But if you work a lot with a small salary, it's better you go to Europe and work a lot with a good salary. You know what I mean?
Is there still a restriction on how much money you can take out of the bank?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's now I think it's 800.
800.
You can't. That's as much as you can take out per week.
Yeah,
Wow.
800 per week. It used to be 400, and now it's 800.
Now I kind of get why all the businesses say no credit cards. They have signs saying they say the machines are broken.
Of course, they know what they're doing.
Do you think it's a good thing for Greece to be in the EU?
Hell no. It shouldn't be in the EU at first. Maybe, I think there's some standards that you need to have to join the EU as a country. These standards were cooked when we entered.
Wait. So you mean they pretended like they met the standards?
Yes. We needed, for example, to have this and that, and we created all this just to join the EU.
So like Greece pretended that it had a certain amount of money and things like that? Or?
For example, but as far as I know, there are a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
Like
Probably education, language.
yeah, all this, and also it's a matter of having certain amounts of resources in the country, like this much of this that creates this.
Yeah.
So we
GDP.
have,
Gross domestic product.
yeah,
They need to make sure that you're.
yeah.
I have another opinion for the EU.
But like
Greece
England
being
left
EU.
the EU.
I think it's good for Greece. If it's in EU, they have some negative and some positive things, and if it's out, it's the same thing. So you lose some, you win some. From
Yes.
the both sides,
But
You
the
can
outcome,
say
what's
it's
the outcome?
bad, or you can say it's.
Do you think it
have
would be
some-
better off?
You have the open door
It's
for
better.
Europe. You go with your ID everywhere. You have the same money.
All
you have
the
same,
great minds from Greece just leave and go to other countries, and
Yeah,
because
it's a lot
we're
of
in the
things.
EU, it's so easy to get settled
You have a
somewhere.
lot of open windows for a lot of things. Being in Europe,
That's a good thing,
But
but it's not good for the economy.
I can say economic crisis right now in Greece. It's so fucked up because there is a lot of positive things too into the crisis because everyone came here and buy houses.
Yeah,
and stuff
positive
cheap.
things too, like
You know.
the
have some-
railway station, the railway business
When
is
it's
sold,
crisis, I mean,
and this is
yeah.
sold. Our port is
I
sold.
mean, I want to say when it's
I
crisis, you have some good opportunities too. You know what I mean?
people in Greece, it's already hard enough to find a job. But now you've got refugees who also want to find jobs.
Okay, but the refugees they give the European Union gives some money to refugees.
Yeah, but those refugees
Some-
need to
Yeah, they need
create
to-
their
yeah,
life
now,
here. So.
I'm working with UNICEF and Elix. It's a company who πώς έχει χρηματοδοτείται?
Funds.
Funds money from UNICEF, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so we teach refugees English, Greek, and mother tongue in school and civil education and stuff like this.
How long have you been working with refugees?
I just started like a month ago, but I was made some things some days, you know, before like a part time and stuff. But I like originally, officially, I work a month. Yeah. But my parents, they also back in 90s was refugees, so I born here when they came here. So I can feel them, you know what I mean.
You were a refugee.
I born
Yes.
here.
You were born
I can't
here.
say I'm a refugee, but
Yes,
my parents was refugees.
7 more boats came into Greece, more refugees coming in. You don't think, I mean, not just Greece though, but the European Union, can it support all of these people coming in?
If everyone goes to the right place.
Everybody have some people outside, so
If everyone
they
takes
invite them.
due to the, for example, there are countries that are huge but have a small population. They need to
Also,
take
they invite
more
them.
people than Greece that has maybe a smaller area but too much population. For
Yeah.
example, Athens is overpopulated,
Yeah.
obviously. Athens cannot take more immigrants. But for example, Oslo is underpopulated. Like it can take a lot of refugees.
Can I give
Also
you
Stockholm.
Can I
Also,
give you a good example? Like, I have some students for the first 2 weeks, and we don't see them on the third one. So I called them, hey guys, you're gonna come back on the study with us and stuff. And they say like they invite us tomorrow. We're leaving for Germany. You know what I
They
mean?
were invited to Germany.
Hey, they invite them to go to Germany because they are refugees. They're from the war. They have the.
Are they from Afghanistan?
Έχουν δικαίωμα. They have the.
they have the right.
They have the right for to go somewhere because they are refugees. Man. They are from the war.
You think that some of the refugees are getting a better deal than you?
No,
Were you
I was
always-
just joking.
joking,
I mean, it's they need to get a deal.
Yeah.
I don't have to get a deal. You
Yeah.
know, they need because I have like I know the language here. I can search for a job and gain 300 euros per month and make a
Right.
living of it
There-
somehow.
is
There are
that-
people that are keen to extremism.
Yeah.
And there are people that they're maybe not mentally prepared to be educated and live in this thing we're living.
I don't think it's not from religion.
What do you think it's from?
Man, I'm Muslim.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not from
my parents
religion,
are
it's
Muslim and are Kurds.
just-
Kurds fight against ISIS and it's Muslims.
Tell you what, a bunch of refugees came the other day, like 3 days ago, let's say. Do you know where Exarchia is?
Where? Yeah.
Exarchia,
Yeah.
the square of Exarchia. So we have 250 refugees, for example, that's celebrating. They escaped war, they came to Greece, woo, let's party! And they party the way they know, which is to light huge fires and jump the fires, you know, jump through the fire. So in the Exarchia Square, which is not a big square, lots of apartments, which I happen to be there. They lit 3 huge fires just on the
ground.
On the ground, you know? Where did they get the wood?
Yeah,
Like, guess what? Garbages. They even took some branches from trees. Trees want years to grow, but they felt like, let's celebrate traditionally.
What happened? The police come? Were people freaking
Of
out?
course not.
No.
Nobody came.
No, it was in Nowruz.
Because the police doesn't come in
no,
Exarchia.
he talk about it's a new year in Middle East called New Rose. So they make new roads with a big fire and stuff, right?
Yeah, but
they
you need to
celebrate-
go, for example, to Strefi or to some open
Okay, fuck this. It's
area,
Not,
you
this
know,
is not the problem.
there's
This is a really
basic-
small problem.
Yeah, this is
You
not
know?
a problem, but this makes sense on what I'm saying. Like, though
It's different,
They made
cultures.
this. They
it's
made
different
this.
cultures, but
No,
it's
man.
not. It's not difficult to think that, hey, if I want to start 3 huge fires, I won't come here in the middle of the city.
Which
to
middle?
start-
In the
like, I'll
most
go-
city, in the most shitty area in Athens, in Exarchia. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Live
Why
there.
make it even shittier?
It's not the problem. The problem is we talk about.
It is a problem for me.
Okay, yeah, but not. It's not so big.
I don't want a bunch of uneducated people just coming and
but
ruining everything
they're gonna
around me.
educate. They're gonna
You know,
educate.
I already have all the Greek uneducated people that ruin.
But they're gonna educate. It's not about religion. If you're a good person and you have a good education, religion gives you love. You know what I mean? And if you are religious, you respect other human who is religious or not religious too. You know what I mean? So the whole point, it's the education. And those guys from the Middle East, they didn't have the opportunity to have the education because they were always on the war. So what you have to do is came there and help them to educate. I think that is the whole thing, nothing else.
You think Greece will be okay? You think the refugees will be okay? You think the economy will get better?
Everything around us is gonna go down. Brilliant minds will all leave Athens. Maybe they'll start their company if they don't do something on science or medicine or like something else, and they're probably gonna leave.
I want to be a positive, and I don't want to say it's gonna be bad and stuff. I think it's gonna be like the same like at the time for a lot of years in Greece. But I think in the whole Europe it's a problem right now, right? Not only in Greece, the whole Europe has a problem, and
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
why I
world,
said it's
and
gonna
the
go
whole
down.
world
It's
too.
part-
The whole community, everywhere, everybody is with everybody right now. Blacks, Muslim, Christians, white, Chinese. So, παγκοσμιοποίηση, πώς λέγεται?
Globalization.
Globalization. So we have a globalization. Or it's gonna be good, or it's gonna be worse. I really like the globalization. I
think
like
it's good?
it. Yeah, man. For sure it's good. I don't really care.
Why don't you leave
About-
Athens then and go to work like
Where?
somewhere better?
What? Right now my job is okay. So maybe in the future. That's why. Because I work with refugees. I have a good salary right now, and I also help people. That's why.
Well, thanks, man. Well, thus ends another day here in Greece. We just went to the main square here and talked to some locals. It was really interesting to hear the perspective. Somebody who works with UNICEF and actually is working with the refugees, and someone who's just a young Greek who can't find work and is struggling. It's fascinating. So we've got more stuff in the pipeline. The big plan, like I've been saying all along, is to try and get to one of these camps, get to one of these islands, and figure out what's really going on with these people, where they're coming from. So check back in tomorrow. New videos every single day. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Timcast. Click the like button, comment below and let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.